Hello, everybody. We are about 12 and a half seconds late, so my bad. But it is Tuesday, again, as always, and we're here for a little bit of DM saving throw. I am Justin Neidinger, and I am going to be the DM tonight. And here are all of my lovely players, starting in alphabetical order with Casey.
Hey everybody, my name's Byron Bancroft, or my name's Casey Boyd. I'm playing Byron Bancroft. One of the two. We're too real. We meshed together. We leveled up last time. Did we talk about the new stuff that we might have taken?
Yes. I
got polymorph and I got to use it last session, so I was really stoked. So that's me.
Hello. My name is Emily, and I play our monk Maeve. And as always, I have nothing prepared to say that's interesting about me or my character. The end.
Perfect. But there's a dog.
Oh, she's back.
We lost her for moral support. Hello, my name is Lisa. I am playing Nyx, the reborn cleric. And after my plan last time, trying to be clever went awry, I've decided that Nyx is just going to be dumb from here on out. No more clever plans, only head empty.
Hey guys, I'm Rob. I'm playing Casper, the Orc Paladin. On my level up, I put some points into Charisma, so now my saving throw bonus for everybody is +4. It's pretty good. And I just learned that Nyx was supposed to be smart. So, there's that.
Oh, we're starting off fighting, all right. That's how the evening's
have to make up for lost time.
Today he woke up and chose violence.
Sure did.
I like just starting some infighting at the beginning, so Rob, inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So,
I just,
go ahead.
I was going to say, I just laughed because Lisa said, I don't know why when Lisa said that, I haven't even watched Friday Night Lights, but you know that whole saying from there that's like, clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. And I was like, clear eyes, empty brain. Can't lose.
So, as always, we are playing D&D 5e with a few homebrew rules thrown into the mix. On the left-hand side of the screen, you will see D&D Beyond extension, which we can use this week because we have our regular players back. Lastly, we have a whole bunch of Tailspire in the middle, and I'm sorry I got confused because I'm on the wrong board. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of Tailspire in the middle. It is a phenomenal tool for anybody who's playing D&D, and I suggest you go get it. Let's see, what else here? Any questions before I go into the recap? Because that was terrible, my bad.
Yes.
Yes, it was terrible? Yes, you have questions?
No, yes, I have questions.
Okay.
Just to clarify, the wyvern is not dead yet, correct?
No, that wyvern is looking pretty harsh.
The one we briefly talked about before we start. Oh, that was the bunny wyvern that was dead, right?
Yep.
That's what it was. Okay.
Let's go over a little bit of a recap from the last game. So last week's session was a one-shot flashback, and if you haven't had a chance to check that out, we do have a podcast and a YouTube channel. Those are really good tools. I guess you could watch it here on Twitch as well. But those are two really good tools to see some stuff that you've missed. But the last time that we played this part of the campaign, when everybody was here except for Rob, we had the crew come out from the temple. On their way out, Maeve found that her 13th cousin twice removed, Shay, was dead. And then they found a ascending stone that talked about somebody that nobody could pronounce their name. It was, in fact, Charanosk, and how Charanosk was going to try to stop them from getting to the volcano. After that, they came up above ground. They saw some tracks on the ground, and they decided that they were going to head towards Cottontail Village. Nyx thought that maybe there was a library there where she could find some books. She was sadly mistaken. All the books were burnt, and I made sure she knew that. But they fought two wyverns. Maeve almost died trying to do some really cool shit. She still has a chance to die, but she's not dead yet. Byron did some fast thinking and turned a wyvern into a bunny rabbit using polymorph, then
That thing was
threw that
vicious.
bitch right into a portable hole. So fuck my life.
It would have
Anyway.
been death if Maeve had gone out that way.
I'm sorry, I got confused.
She was close to death, but like, at the very least, if we're gonna be close to death, we can hope to do it in a cool way.
Yes, this is true. And she did. She slid down the wyvern's back using her spears. But that's the recap. You guys are still in the middle of this fight. There is a wyvern in front of Maeve. It is very, very badly injured. One would say it's close to death. So that's where we are at.
It's just barely standing.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's really close to being dead. But the last thing I want to do before we get kicked off is say about inspiration. Last week, Alligator got inspiration. So Alligator, if you are here, you may give me advantage or disadvantage anytime I roll, or the player's advantage whenever they roll. Anybody have any more questions before we kick it all off?
Am I here?
go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
So my character's on the board. Was Casper doing stuff last session? Or-
He was like real drunk. No, you guys turn around and Casper is standing behind you. He is in the. You know what? Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Okay. 10.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Byron, you threw somebody into a hole. As you do that, you feel a little bit of a shaking in the bag, almost as if like something's trying to get out. And Nyx, it's your turn.
Oh boy. It's been a
I
minute.
threw it into the portable hole, so that's like a
Yep.
black handkerchief that I folded up. So
Yeah, you can just feel something like bouncing against the walls.
in the handkerchief.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yep. Nyx, it's your turn, and there is a wyvern trying to eat Maeve, and it is
Yeah.
almost dead.
Is it low enough to the ground? Is it where it's at?
Oh, I grounded it.
Or is it still?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
perfect.
It's close enough to the ground.
All right, perfect. We're just gonna try to run and swing with my scythe. That is a miss.
Yes,
An absolute miss.
I believe I saw that as a 9, but I'm not sure that was a 9.
Oh well, it might have been a 9. Who's
Okay.
counting numbers?
Metric or
that'll be
imperial, that is still a miss. Can you do anything else?
No, I'll save. Good.
Okay. Maeve, it's your turn. You are almost dead, so you better hope you kill it.
I would like to apologize in advance if I suddenly mute and run away not on my turn, because my dog has decided that tonight is the night that she will cause all forms of terror during our stream. And on that note,
Look out behind you. She's got a knife.
I'm just gonna give it a double thwacky thwack with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
So that's a 27 for the first one.
Okay.
And a 9 for the second one.
Okay, that one misses.
And the first one's damage is doing that thing where it rolls in here because for some reason is 8.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and tell me how you murder this monster?
With a quarterstaff?
I mean, that's what you used.
You could not kill it if you want.
Yeah.
No. Oh, I worked. You missed it, Rob. I worked my ass off to kill this thing. Thank you very
You've
much.
done it.
You could stab it through
Victory.
its eye and then just like scramble up its brains.
In fairness, Nyx did spend a lot of time
Yes.
examining books during that same time frame.
I
You
sure
see?
did.
Never gonna let that go.
You're welcome.
Ever. But Lilo, this dog.
I'm sorry
you guys.
that my brilliant idea didn't get rewarded. That doesn't make it not a brilliant idea.
After all of the dramatics that Maeve took to get it down there, you can just tell she's like sizing up her opponent and knows that it's like almost there and just gives it a sharp bop on the head.
It
No,
goes,
not you.
oh.
Booped
She
its
knew
snoot.
exactly how much to just.
He popped its
Its head-
hematoma.
Its head cracks open and its brain oozes out, and it flops over on its back.
Oops, Maddie used a little too much force on that one.
Looks like you did it.
That's the perfect amount of force, actually.
It's dead.
I fold the handkerchief one more time and just kind of grip it a little bit tighter.
You can feel something trying to like get out, but it is not able to. You would imagine that it's in there, and it is just in little bunny form, freaking the fuck out, just shooting left and right and back and forth, hitting the constraints of the hole, unable to penetrate its magic goodness.
I would also like to say, on the off chance we do end up in another fight, you may notice that Maeve is quite bloodied.
Oh, well,
if
You guys-
we end up there.
we
You
can
guys
we
turn
can
around, and she's just, there's blood coming from her eyes and her ears. She's missing a finger.
I-
Here.
Are we out of combat?
yeah,
Yes,
let's
we-
drop
okay,
this
perfect.
music.
Oh, it didn't apply. I'm sorry. Here. Ready? Boop.
That's okay.
If we're going into a short rest time frame, Byron would offer pulling out his whatchamacallit, his harp, and he would say, I can play a small note if it would help you during this short time.
I would certainly appreciate that.
Are we just going to wait for that thing to tire itself out? She looks at the bag that's still moving around and
I think that's best, and Byron will just take like one of the leather straps and just kind of like wrap it around it and just kind of like tuck it in and cinch it tight and just say, there's no sense in letting that thing out for right now. I said, by the time it finally breaks free of its form of a rabbit, it'll turn back into a wyvern after having run out of oxygen. So it should tire out relatively quickly after that.
Do wyverns need to breathe?
I guess we'll find out.
do we need to roll nature checks to know if wyverns need air?
You can give me a nature check.
Oh, here
At
we
the very
go.
least,
Or
it won't be able to get
history check.
out of the portal
Yes, I
because
think
it's going to
wyverns need air.
it's going to become too big for the portal. So, worst case scenario, we have a pocket wyvern.
I know that it's just a wyvern, but the idea of just suffocating a rabbit inside of a little bag is still very sad to me.
Let's
know,
we should
but I
definitely make a note. Let's not forget there's a wyvern in there. That would be
I would've
very
loved.
awkward. Sometime down the line, we're in Middletown, we're getting something out of the bag or the hole, and do we have anything in there that could make it stronger? I feel like there's at least a bunch of dead bodies, right?
We have Maeve's cousin in there, so
Listen,
I'm
if something happens to that body, I will not be pleased.
There's
Oh,
a
well,
meat-eating.
I mean-
dragon in
No,
there.
there's a rabbit in there.
I mean, no offense. Your cousin's already dead, so not a whole lot more bad can happen to your cousin. Like,
Just need to get his body back safe to my family.
yeah,
The one I will not be singing about, Justin.
is there?
we don't need a copyright strike from Disney.
No,
That's
We-
a bad Encanto.
Oh yeah, you say
we
we.
don't talk about Seamus.
Yeah, we don't talk about Seamus. No.
So if we're gonna take a quick short rest, can we also just scope out this area and see if we can figure out what might have happened here? If there was anything beyond just like wyvern attack.
Look for some more burned books.
We already definitively didn't find wyvern eggs, right?
I don't know, maybe there's some like loot or something.
I mean, we didn't
I thought
look
that
for
I
them.
asked about them. I thought I had asked about it, and Justin said there weren't any.
There were not. You guys look around. You find a few more wyvern nests. Wow, can't say nest. Find a few more wyvern nests, and you find pieces of rabbit folk. So there's Harengon legs here and there. Find a couple of ears. Looks like whatever happened here was pretty gory. And you're glad that you weren't here when that happened.
I take the rabbit's foot.
Okay. It's not good luck for them. Great luck for you. Hello, dog.
Oh my goodness.
I think this has to be a custom item.
She's a star.
She is
Yes, you could put a
beauty.
rabbit foot in there.
Thanks.
I would just like to say that I am guessing that the only reason there's no wyvern eggs is because Justin is smart enough to know that I would have taken one and tried to wait for it to hatch and raise it as my own baby wyvern.
That's just smart DMing.
Yeah. So what the real thing is when baby wyverns are born, they speak, and I know that you would have done something terrible to it when it looked into your eyes and it was like, "Mama."
Oh, that I would have been fine with.
What? Why?
Why is that the animal that
I
you're
don't
canonically
know. I
okay
don't
with?
know.
Talking.
I don't know, but it's certainly less strange and obnoxious than Brianna the talking pony.
You look to your
I
left and
couldn't
there's
tell you why.
Talking
There's
pony.
there's an egg there. There's an egg there.
Yes.
I smash it with my maul immediately.
You smash it with your maul, and inside is a little pony with a unicorn horn.
I smashed the pony with Casper's maul.
I wonder what this could mean. What is this? I don't know as much about wyverns as I thought I did. I didn't know that's what their babies looked like. That's weird.
So sad.
Well, anyway, I'm actually pretty fresh for reasons unknown, so I can do the bulk of the scouting if you guys want to rest up.
Oh, I'm good. I'm ready to go. I'm fresh.
I am not.
Were you fighting one guy in the back again?
I turned it into a rabbit, and then I.
Oh.
But
Okay,
yes,
and then you fought the rabbit?
Absolutely.
No,
Is that what-
I just put the rabbit in the
You
portable
fight the
hole
rabbit.
and then tied the portable hole shut.
It bit him one time.
Yeah,
Your
it
ability to
was.
fight smarter, not harder, is obnoxious.
I was-
It really is.
Very sad you weren't there, Rob, because I did make the comparison to that last battle where he was in the back with the little.
Well, if it works, it works.
So, am I able to short rest? Are we doing like a short rest while other people look around?
I think
Not
we
able.
can do a short rest. Just kind of post up and hide out inside of this little burnt library. Maybe let Nyx and Casper look around.
Dare I use half of my hit die?
I don't know. While you guys are resting, the sack that Byron has, there is some shaking, and then all of a sudden you hear "Blah!" as something dies in the bag.
Really? That fast?
Well, I mean, you took a short rest.
Okay.
That facial acting was choice. I felt like I was there in the moment.
Hmm.
Does a wyvern, when it reverts back to its full form, exceed the size of the hole?
It does.
Okay. How does that work?
I don't know, Byron. How do you have it? You had mentioned the fact that it doesn't. It's too big for the hole, so you would know that that's what's going to happen.
Well, I had that like leather strap around it, just like kind of like that way he didn't have to hold on to it. So he kind of would just like have it like sitting on the ground, kind of like watching it, just kind of like, you know, he's thumbing his heart, but at the same time, or lute. What is it?
I don't know. It's your
Lute?
character.
What is the guitar anyway? He
It's a loot.
yeah.
Banjo?
I think it's canonically the lute. Use that word again. So I think he would have that playing and just kind of be strumming that for Song or Rest, which, by the way, Maeve gives you an extra 1d8 hit die. And while he's playing that song, he's just kind of itching for the rapier just in case he needs to pull it. And I'm guessing if it suffocates and then it pops out of the the thing, its head would just like, or whatever part of its body would like unfurl the leather cord and like thunk.
It has 2 X's on its eyes, and its tongue shoots out and over, just like in Emperor's New Groove.
Okay. I will try to harvest wyvern poison from it.
Okay, go ahead and give me a. What do we do? I think we did survival with that one.
Okay. A 12.
Okay, you're able to get the equivalent of 2 uses out of it from the poisonous stuff that it's got in its tail.
Okay.
Are you trying to get anything else out of it?
No, I don't think so. I think he would probably get the poison that he can, and then he'd go ahead and make one, so that way he could use it in the next fight.
Okay. If you look into the portable hole, Shay has a few bites out of him, but they're rabbit-sized bites.
Good.
So he's fine. He's fine.
I mean,
Better
he's
be.
he's not. He is literally dead. Like,
Well,
Not so bad.
so is this where we're at, kind of like on an elevated hill? Terrain wise?
Nope. If you actually go into our Discord, put it into Tavern Chat, there is the most updated version of the map. This is in the middle of the island. It would be actually at a lower point.
Oh. Okay.
And that other X is where we're planning
So
to go back.
the first X is where you came out,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's where you came out. The second X is where you're at currently. So I guess I should write cave exit or something there.
Okay.
And I think we were
Interesting.
talking about going back that way to go towards the volcano, right?
Are you asking me?
yeah,
Just the general group.
I
guess.
think that's where we thought we might head, is following
Yeah.
that towards that area.
So I asked, I want to give it a look out. If we're recessed, then looking up at the kind of bowl that's around us of mountains and see if, at the very least, if I see any more flying creatures.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
A 10! Haha!
A 10.
Average.
It is average. You're not sure. There is there's some smoke coming out of where the volcano's at. You may see something, but it seems kind of far off.
What color is the smoke?
Gray. Like volcano-y color.
Oh.
So I guess it'd be more of a black. Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch!
I retract my inspiration.
Alright, cool. Maeve, are you okay now? Are you still injured?
All better.
Okay.
Perfect, because we didn't find anything here, so we might as well keep moving on. Nyx looks mightily grumpy. But they
Nyx,
might
I heard-
find more information here.
You had, I heard something about you having a plan. Does that include where we're going next?
Nope. No more plans. No plans. I'm
We're
just
running really low on people in the party who make plans now.
Oh no, I have an idea of where we can go.
I love a good lack
Okay.
of plan.
I know. I know, baby.
Oh,
Nyx
so
walks
I was
over
the
to
one you're
Maeve and
talking
crosses
about.
her arms and just
One of them.
stands looking at the two of them.
They do the Charlie's
Maeve.
Angels pose.
Jumping on dragons is all we're going to do from this point on.
I mean, that sounds like a plan.
That's
These
how
are
I.
no plans.
That's how I started the plans. Like I just shot a harpoon into the back of one and jumped off a ship. Okay, well, if we're done resting, then I think we move towards a volcano and see if we can't finish this and find our lance that we're looking for.
Might as well catch up. Didn't we hear a beast leaving? What, like we followed the sound of like some sort of beast leaving in that other session before we went to Cottontail when we came out into the open, right?
So when you came out of the temple, there was giant claw marks in the middle in the ground, and it looked like something with big wings flew away from there. There were giant footsteps, giant meaning large, not specifically giant meaning giants, going in all directions from that spot.
Mm-hmm. And we just couldn't, we couldn't tell which direction they went in, so, okay.
Well.
The volcano's pretty obvious as far as where it is, so can we just make a straight beeline towards it, or is there anything in the way?
Let's just go.
I'm okay with that.
No, I was more asking, like, is there anything in the way, or is it just like, nope, there's the volcano, head towards it?
So
I know there's a little water spot on the map, so I don't know if we're in danger of running into a river.
To the west, there is there's a river that, if you look at the map, because you have this map, it leads south to a lake, and there are hills leading into the mountains. So you're going to see, hills with forest, and then there's the volcano.
Ooh, you think there's mermaids in that lake? Some other cool creature? Maybe we should go down there.
The creatures that we've run into so far haven't been all too much in our favor. And just going off of our track record, I don't think that the mermaids would be either. So maybe we hope for no mermaids.
Fair enough.
All right.
To the volcano!
Trudge into the forest, and how do we want to be stealthy? Goodness. Do we want to be sneaky stealthy? Or do we just want to keep on tromping through and try to make some better time since we've spent it a little bit elsewhere?
I think we try not to step on things, but move at a faster pace than crawling.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Right, let's head on through. I'd say let's just make a beeline until we run into some kind of obstacle, but if we can go straight there, then let's try to save on a little bit of time that way.
Yep.
Okay.
I can walk out ahead and try and look for anything that might have been set up by cannibalistic rabbit men, like if they've got any type of like traps or anything inside the forest or whatnot.
Okay. Can you please give me, if you're going to stealth, give me a stealth. If you're not, that's fine, but I'm also going to need a perception.
From everyone or just Byron?
Just Byron, if he's the only person sneaking forward.
20 perception and 15 stealth.
Okay. So you are walking ahead, and as you're walking ahead, you get to the river. And this river area is it's like a set of trees that lead up to a river, but there's about 100 feet on both sides of the river where, as you're sitting there, you can see a small rabbit folk. He seems to be doing something with his hands. You notice it would be magic, and he is aiming his hands at two wyverns that are there.
Wait, there's two wyverns just sitting like next to him?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like petting the wyverns, like they're looking like friends?
He's doing some sort of magic gestures towards these wyverns.
No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I will point out that I see him, and I'm going to try and move towards him.
Hold on 1 second. I'm actually going to make this a little bit easier for you. Summon players to board. All right, so I'm going to put up this board real quick. Let's see.
Oh my god.
We're in the jungle.
Yep. Got Byron. Byron, I'm going to put you on the board here. You can place yourself where you want to be here in a second. I'm going to put everyone else on the board as well, just so they can see, even though you guys aren't really right here right this second. All right, so over here,
Mode.
I have them flying, but they are not. They are...
How many wyverns are on this goddamn island? We're gonna kill every wyvern here.
Yeah, for an island where everything's named after rabbits, there sure are a lot of wyverns.
That's
Okay.
true.
We can go.
So across the river, you see, if you could see where my light is at,
I can.
this is to the west of where you're at. There is a rabbit folk Harengon with its back to you, and as I said, it is making some sort of wizardy sorcery gestures towards these dragons.
Can we tell, just from looking at the magic and the movement, if we can assess any kind of verbal somatic components, that kind of thing? Can we get an idea of what he's casting?
Sure, give me well, you're not there.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. That was too smart of me anyway.
Yeah.
I'll just hang
Sounds like
back.
a plan. You fool.
Yeah, you're not there unless Byron went and got you.
Oh no, so I'm moving ahead, but I'd kind of wait and kind of motion them up so that way they could like all move into the bushes and we could all talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a plan.
We're stalking these guys.
Okay.
Those rocks look like they'd be mighty fun to jump across to go see what's going on over there.
Do we communicate with him or do we just kill them?
Kill the wyverns. Capture the Harengon.
I'm gonna-
And it's gone somewhat okay.
Can I look at the wyvern? Do they look like they're hostile or they're docile or maybe the magic's affecting them in any way?
Why don't
Maybe they're
you give me a Arcana check?
10.
Oh no!
Okay.
I mean, if you insist, I suppose like a 12.
12.
It's so tempting to also roll, even though I have +0 Arcana.
So you're not 100% sure. It appears as if this Harengon is trying to put some sort of control over these wyverns, but you're not 100% sure because you rolled like shit.
So maybe if we free them from its control, they will thank us by not
Doubt it.
attacking us.
I think that's
Huge doubt.
I have a different plan, and Byron is going to
This is why I
disguise
hate
self
plans.
disguise
never
self
likes them.
as the one of the rabbits that had been killed in the house, like a not dead version of them.
Okay.
He's just gonna morph into one of them and say, maybe I go over and try and talk to him and he's less threatened by seeing another Harengon that he might recognize on the island.
Is that the kind of voice Haragons have? Do they talk like?
Yeah,
really
I don't know.
Sound the same.
Yes, they are all 1920s gangsters.
I was just thinking like a rabbit, like the
That's
Karen,
canon now, by the way.
Bugs
Yeah.
Bunny.
The I think also, so either they have control over them, the wyverns, and they sick them on us. If that's the case, if we take them hostage, they'll call them off, hopefully. If not, we might just have to kill all of them. Which I think we can do. But I like your plan.
Okay. He is going to come over and
Yeah, you're good. You
okay.
don't have to do anything to get across there.
So I'm gonna get all the way over and I'm going to kind of walk over and just say, hail.
As you do that, this Harengon, he jumps back and turns his head to you, and when he does, the wyverns turn to face you. And he goes, "Who goes there?"
Oh, I can't remember the two people on the island. I was just
You say their name.
I'm just moving around on the island, and I noticed that you had two wyverns that you were magically enchanting. I thought I would come over and see if I could help or.
I don't need your help, but I rolled a natural 1, so I believe you.
Well, I just saw some other people moving on the island, and I didn't know if we should be like hostile against them or if we should, like move out of this area so that way, I've been noticing a lot of people have been getting killed here lately.
I understand you're new? We're supposed to be defending the volcano. I don't understand why you don't understand that.
Oh, I'm a bit of a coward. I'll be honest with you. I'm sorry. I just things frighten me, and I've watched them kill like 7 or 8 wyverns already, and they slaughtered an entire population. I don't know who they are, man. They're just some random people that have been walking around. They're deep inside the volcano right now.
In the volcano? There's no way. I've been here guarding.
Oh no, not this one. The other one.
There's only one volcano.
Oh, where the lava pits are. Sorry, in the mine thing.
In the temple.
Yeah.
He's super new here. He doesn't know how many.
Yeah,
volcanoes
sorry,
there
man. I'm again really cowardly. I just been moving through areas, so.
Will you show me?
Yeah, I'd
Take
love
me
to.
there.
Yeah. Come over here this way, and I'll start leading him across. And
I am moving him over this way. But the wyverns are also coming. Just give me a second to get them here before you decide to do what you're doing.
And really quick, Byron, I'm sure our characters would still remember this. We do have the sending stone that goes to each other. So, that is a thing.
Yeah, you do.
yeah, I mean, I think Byron would kind of like, as he's jumping over, kind of give you like this look, like get ready.
So we see where they are right now. Can we put our characters, the rest
Yep.
of us, where we would be?
Yeah, dude, put it wherever you are. If you're trying to
I
hide,
don't
make
know.
sure you give me a stealth check. But
Where-
if you just want to be standing there, I don't care what you do.
I will
I'll just
give you a
figure
stealth
out.
check.
Oh no.
Stealth,
Well,
stealth,
we're
Alright.
sure
stealth.
gonna try.
So-
for
So are
stealth.
the
well-
wyverns flying? Through the air?
Yes.
All right, so I have something that I want to try as he's jumping on to the last rock.
Okay. What do you want to do?
As he's jumping over to the last rock, Byron's gonna scream now and try and jump and tackle him into the river.
Okay, I like it.
I
Like-
do have an action.
Byron.
Like while
has
he's
really-
he's in the air, I'm just ah!
Okay.
I think Byron has really high opinions of our ability to understand what he wants to
Yeah.
do next in this scenario.
Byron is an agent of chaos.
Give me I guess an athletics. Like you're just gonna try to
Can I-
grapple this guy, right?
Can
yeah.
I, really quick,
Oh.
can I see if Casper can react before Byron does? Because I might be able to give you advantage on what you're doing, if I can. Although I don't know if Casper would have seen this coming, so I don't know.
Wild.
Yeah. So both of you, why doesn't everyone give me some initiative real quick?
Can I
14?
make
10.
the argument for a also 10, but
24.
Highest I rolled all campaign, baby.
okay, so Byron goes before I do. Can I maybe make the argument for a round? Oh my God, what is the word? An attack of opportunity? No.
Surprise round?
Like surprise round?
Surprise round. Thank you,
Yes.
because we saw that they were coming back our way, so I think it makes sense that our characters would have had a chance to know something was about to go down.
Yeah. You know
feel
what?
free to say no, that's just my.
I will give you a surprise round.
I rolled 18
But-
stealth, if that makes you feel any better about it.
But what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to figure out how this is playing out with what Byron's doing. And Casper said he wanted to try to do something before that. So what we'll do is we'll let those two act it out because no, I guess actually Maeve did get the highest initiative. Maeve, are you trying to do something or are you waiting to see what unfolds?
I honestly would like to wait and see what unfolds.
Okay, then it actually works out perfectly because it goes Maeve, some bad guys, Casper, Byron, Nyx. That's how the that's how the initiative works out. So, Casper,
All right. So I honestly don't know how I would rule this as the DM, but let's see if it lands first. I want to guiding bolt them.
how are you guiding bolting?
The Harengon
Okay.
that Byron's about to do, and that's 120 feet. I'm pretty sure I'm within range. Yeah. So I want to guiding bolt them, and if I do the next attack, the next attack would have advantage.
Okay.
So let's see if this hits. An 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Okay. For 14 damage, assuming that doesn't kill. That's a terrible damage roll.
That does not kill him.
Okay.
All right.
So
Let me get some battle music on here.
that happens. And so all of this just to give really Byron advantage on grappling this guy into the water.
Whatever the fuck Byron's doing.
So
Attacking the guy, he has advantage.
these two are coming back across the river. The wyverns are following methodically behind, just slowly gliding like a hawk over top of the water. And out of nowhere, Casper jumps up and he's like, "Ha ha!" and shoots a guiding bolt across, and it hits this Harengon, and it gets him off balance. So, you doing anything else, Casper?
Yeah, I'm gonna move forward.
Okay.
But that's it.
While he's moving, Byron, it's now your turn to strike. The gentle lovemaking you guys have been making in the middle of the night, while nobody else is paying attention, pays off. It's almost like you've got some sweet intuition.
Okay. I would like to intuitively jump into him as he jumps and just like in air, like collide with each other and then like try to drown him.
Okay, you get advantage.
Okay, what am I doing?
Athletics.
Okay. 12.
8. I rolled an 8, so he's not bringing the strength. So I technically rolled a 9, but so yeah, you were able to grab him, and what's happened is he goes to jump, and when he does, he gets hit with his guiding bolt, and then you strike. So you have now got him in your arms.
Yeah, so like I would collide with him midair, wrap him up, and then just fall into the river.
You feel the cold water envelop you as the two of you fall into this water. That's what's happening right now.
Okay.
Now,
I am going to fight to keep under the water.
Okay. I like it. Is that your turn?
Oop. Yep. Sorry, I'm
All right.
losing half the map there.
Nyx, it is your turn. You see this Harengon go to jump, and as it does, a guiding bolt hits it in the chest, and then Byron grabs it, and then they're just gone. They're in the water. You cannot see them right now, but there are two wyverns over top. Hold on real quick.
Are you trying to drown this dude?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh no, we're gonna be here for hours.
Put him in the bag.
The drowning bag.
Stick him in there with the bunny.
All right, I'll go ahead and move myself out into the open as if being bright blue against a nature background was not already putting me at a disadvantage to getting spotted. I don't believe that the higher up one is going to be in range of this, but the lower one and the gentleman in the water, they are going to be susceptible to Bane. So if I could get charisma saving throws from the both of them, pretty pleased.
Okay, so let's do the one in the water. You said charisma?
Yes. DC 14.
I rolled another 9 on that one. And the wyvern, I rolled a 10.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I only heard the 10 and then I blanked out on the first one.
A 9 on the guy in the water.
Okay, cool. So yes, both of them have Bane on them. They just get a negative 1d4 from any attack or saving throws.
Okay.
I'm gonna drown this guy and I want to see it happen.
All right. So I just renamed that one Bane Wyvern A. So in case they move, I know that one's got Bane.
That'll do it.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, this other wyvern that is up here, it is going to swoop down.
Did
and
I
try
ser-
to attack.
Yeah, I lost another one. I don't know what it is with Tailspire's latest update. So I only see one wyvern.
Okay. Well, this one that is higher up, he'll be B. He's going to fly over
Oop.
and try to attack Nyx. And as it does, it's going to make 2 attacks. The first one is going to be a bite, and the second one is going to be with its stinger. Let's see here. So the bite is going to be blue. So it goes to bite you. 14. Does that hit?
It does not.
Okay. The stinger is a 21. I'm pretty sure that one hits, though.
That'll do. Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to need. There's a bunch of. I need DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Ready? Say. Oh, that's a charisma. Ignore that. 19.
Okay, so you're going to take 15 points of piercing damage, and then you're going to take.
I take nothing
Okay.
else. I
Nope,
only take
you're
piercing
going to
damage.
take half of the damage for poison. You take 8 damage. It was 16 points of damage as its tail sinks into you. Your mostly dead flesh, helping you out for once.
I am resistant to poison damage.
Okay, so
Does that make it 4 points of damage?
I
don't know how
think
that
it
works.
does.
Yeah,
I think it does. Yeah,
resistance half
'cause it's
damage.
I'm seeing
half of the damage
okay.
that you take. So yeah, so you
We'll
get 4
take it.
points damage. Awesome.
That's what you get for being a ghost. There's no blood throwing through these veins. There's nowhere for the poison to go.
Yep. Yep. It's your cold, cold heart. Maeve, it is now your turn.
I would like to make a special request, Justin.
Okay.
I made a poor decision in not doing anything when I had my first chance. Can I retcon and try to perceive if there are mermaids in the water?
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Thank you. I figured it didn't affect anyone, so you'd let me do it. 16.
Not a mermaid,
Uh,
but there's a tiny talking horse.
You see it's actually a merman as it's swimming away.
But the top half is a fish.
Yeah, it's just this giant donkey dick flapping in the wind behind, or the water behind it.
Byron and the Harengon like look up from the bottom of the river, like oh my
Majestic.
God.
Yeah, the top half is a fish, the bottom half is a fish. But Maeve, it's your turn.
So are we saying this guy is 57 feet from the ground?
Which one are you trying to get?
The one above Nyx? The one that's closer?
Well, I mean, it
So,
did
no.
did
Wait,
pierce
I can only
Nyx.
see one of them. No, there's the other one.
Where are you at?
I'm I'm back behind a tree.
Oh, okay, I see you.
It
Over
might
here.
not
I see you.
matter.
I see you. I see
You're
you.
pretty far away.
Yeah, you are pretty far away. Let's see. Let me get my.
You could probably get
She can step of the wind.
yeah.
It is 70 feet to that wyvern from where you're at.
70 feet, including the height or not including the height?
Yep, that's including the height. It's all Pythagorean goodness.
And does dashing apply to flying?
Sure. Why the hell not?
Great. Excellent. Time to ride another wyvern, bitches. Maeve's gonna use her wings unfurled bonus action. So you see those spectral like lightning storm cloud wings burst out of her back. And she's gonna go dash and fly up and land on top of the wyvern.
Okay. Let me
And-
make you fly.
Then attack it.
Oop. Okay. So I'm gonna move you and go ahead and get your attacks in while I'm moving you.
I gotta say, y'all, it's real hard being this into dragons and having to kill so many wyverns. I am not loving this island.
Love you guys, I promise.
Pretty much.
I revere you. You're majestic. Die.
In
I just
your
want to
defense,
be friends. Stop attacking me. I tried to be friends the first time we met the wyverns on the island.
Maybe
Remember?
that was just a dick wyvern. You haven't tried
Well,
again.
No, because the other ones didn't speak Draconic. The ones we were just talking, you just fought last time.
yeah, in your defense, these are like the rats of the dragon world. Like they're kind of bullshit.
Yeah, y'all suck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm on
Big
top
words.
of the wyvern.
Yep.
Great. What?
How do you so consistently get on top of these fucking dragons?
Because I need to get close enough to it to be able to
But
attack it. Because my
how?
only distance stuff is. How do I? Clue.
Yeah, wings.
Wily.
That's crazy.
She's chaotic.
So anyway, I'm on top of the dragon, DM. I'm gonna start blasting. So good.
And I'm going to use my 2 attacks to just double quarterstaff it again.
Okay,
We've got a 15 to hit for the first one,
that hits.
and a 19 to hit for the second one.
That also hits.
The first one is 11 damage.
Okay.
And the second one is 13 damage, so 24 damage total. And then I just
So-
hang on for dear life.
You go to fly up on top of this wyvern. As you do, you just start pummeling the shit out of it. Your quarterstaff flying fiercely into the back of its head, and you do 24 damage. And now, I need an opposed strength check, Byron.
Like
What?
strength or athletics?
Athletics dot. I rolled a natural 1, so just don't roll a natural 1.
6.
Okay. It's really cold. The temperature of the water has just sucked the strength out of both of you. I'm gonna say that with a natural 1, you get an advantage on your next check if you want to try to do that. And now it's the other wyvern's turn. It is the wyvern that has Bane on it. And it is going to try, and if I could find this to work, there we go. It's going to also try and attack Nyx.
Oh my god.
It doesn't want to attack me on the other wyvern, because then maybe it would accidentally attack the other one.
Well, that's why it doesn't want to. It doesn't want to hurt its buddy.
Dang
All right, so the blue one is the bite again. That is 13 for the bite and a 26 for the tail.
I mean, yeah. Damn, that tail hits hard.
It does.
6?
That is 10 points of piercing damage. And
Didn't you say you roll? Oh, that's for the tail? The tail does 10 points of piercing damage as
that's
well?
just, it does pierce and poison.
Wow.
All right, and then give me a constitution saving throw.
20.
Okay.
Did roll with advantage,
So,
but I get advantage against poison,
it was, oh wait, oh, it doesn't matter. Bane's only 4 points. So it would have been 22 points of damage. So you're going to take 11. Half of that would take 5.
Justin,
Yep.
I realized I should not have been able to attack the dragon because using dash was my action, since I couldn't use step of the wind because I used wings unfurled.
Well, thank you for being honest, and you can feel it getting more powerful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Dang it, I had great damage rolls too. Ugh.
That's okay. I'll give
How
you advantage for
dare
being
I.
honest, because these other guys wouldn't have done that. Jeez.
Thanks.
You get
True.
inspiration. It's
I
just
already have
100% true. You guys have been
inspiration.
like, fuck that guy.
Can I give my inspiration to someone else since I already have inspiration?
You can, no. Nope.
Can I keep those for my next attack? That's fine. That's fine.
Nope.
Ask another one. And try one more time. Word it differently.
Can I have advantage on my next attack?
Nope. Casper, it's your turn.
God bless you, Justin. All right. Okay, Casper is going to quickly hustle over to Nyx. Kind of not even panting. He doesn't bring a sweat. ever in his life. He rocks up with his he has his before he runs, he unsheaths his giant Zweilhander sword, curvy blade kind of glinting in the rabbit sun.
Okay.
And he rocks up next to Nyx and says, "Nyx, are you poisoned?" The status effect, not the damage.
Exactly.
Okay,
A
good.
little bit, whatever the equivalent of bloodied would be for a ghost. She's maybe looking a little more incorporeal than
That
usual.
sucks. All right. Okay. I'm going to attack that wyvern, the wyvern that Maeve is not on. Twice.
Okay. All right. What'd you get there?
Nope, 13 to hit.
13 meets.
Okay. For 14 damage.
14 damage.
Sorry, 15 damage. That is so
15.
weird. I don't like how D&D Beyond does that. Okay. But that's the +1 from it. Okay. And then my next attack is going to be a non-natural 20 to hit.
Jesus.
For 10 damage. And I'm going to smite. Level 1.
All right.
Let's fuck this guy. For 15 smite damage, just, and the blade cuts through the dragon's soft underbelly, softer, I guess, and the curved effect of the blade kind of happens where it leaves a very ragged gash through its plating, and he gets bathed in some dragon blood, just some rat dragon blood.
How did you know that this wyvern's high school nickname was Ragged Gash?
Oh,
I knew someone was gonna say something. I knew it. I knew it. You motherfucker.
he looks at you and he's like, "Ow." Anything else?
So they can speak,
They speak.
Justin.
They just choose not to speak to you. Yeah, that's it.
All right, Byron.
All right. Looking around, do I see like any like underwater roots that are like coming up and like going back into the ground?
Yep.
Can I?
There's a whole bunch. You're near the side of the river, so there's all kinds of roots and weeds and things where the plants near the edge have gone into the water.
Byron would like to attempt to manacle this guy to a root.
Okay. Let's give me a, I guess. Fuck, I don't know. It's gonna be acrobatics or.
Okay. Yeah, I figure
think
kind of
acrobatics.
flipping around inside
Yeah.
there trying to do this. Okay. And you said at advantage.
You have advantage. Yep.
All right. He is going to attempt to manacle it. Whew. 9 at advantage.
All right. I guess I have to roll something. Hold on. Just to.
Wow, that is so bad. I rolled a 1 and a 4.
No, I rolled a 13 to fight you off there.
Okay.
So here's my inspiration to Byron. Can I do that?
Oh, you
I mean,
can do that.
technically, I have inspiration, and I've never actually used it.
Oh, you have like 6 inspirations.
Well-
You gotta.
So I guess
Okay.
let me try and use my own inspiration for it, just because
Okay.
I've never used it, so I need to burn it up.
Very dusty. You have to dust off the inspiration.
Well, that wins. You've
Okay, yeah. So
tied up my Harengon.
okay. So if I clamp that around him, Byron would just kind of look up at him, and then just kind of like hold up his hand. He'd turn to mist. And I'm going to misty step up onto the
Okay.
You see his eyes get wide as he's trying to fight with these bonds, and then you misty step away. and you can put your guy wherever you want, unless you need me to.
I think I would just Misty step up to the shore because that's
Okay.
where he knew he was. And
Okay.
as he gets up, he'll just kind of like, okay, and just kind of assess the situation. That'll be the end of my turn.
Nyx, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cast a little Cure Wounds action on myself.
Smart.
Thank you. That is a 12. Ah, crumbs, man. There's not a whole heck of a lot else that I can do. I'll go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
We'll put her out there.
Is spiritual weapon a cantrip?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm blanking on my bonus actions. No, I will do
Alright.
nothing else. I'll just take a little step. I'll just
Okay.
just
So
let
you
Casper. Thank you. Not great.
you give yourself a little bit of life back, and as that happens, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from Maeve.
Yep.
Oh, is she within 10 feet of us?
There's no way.
I don't. Maybe. Let's see here.
I mean,
I don't think the map is super accurate with that. Because it's...
Ah.
No,
It says
I
it's
mean,
20 feet above you.
I mean, it kind of depends on the size of it and if this thing is still on the ground attacking Nyx or.
I'm sorry.
That's a 23 for my dexterity saving throw.
You
Okay.
don't even fucking need it.
You
Whatever.
hold on as this wyvern goes up about 10 feet, flips, and goes right down into the water.
Is it just trying to
And-
drown me in the water?
I
What's
think
that?
it's trying to get his friend out.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. Hold on. Let me see if I can get him into the water. There we go.
And I'm presumably on top of him while this is happening.
Yep. You are on top of him.
Can't wait to see
And-
it tear his leg out.
It's a good thing I'm a human and not a gnome, or else I would probably be fully underwater on the back of this wyvern.
Okay.
Man,
so-
it's like I just need to be tall enough to make sure that if I am ever riding on the back of a wyvern or three,
You just see me.
water.
This wyvern splashes down into the water, and as it does, it goes to bite this root system. It bites this Harengon, right? And then that's the end of the turn.
I'm sorry, it just bites the Harengon?
It's trying to get him free, so it's biting the root system, but it bites him. So go ahead and Maeve, it's your turn.
Sorry, I'm fighting with Rob in the chat.
Maybe this wyvern is on our team. It's just killing the Harengon. Say it to my face, Emily.
No, it was a petting zoo bag of holding, not a Pokeball belt.
What is the difference?
Not wrong.
You-
They're not dissimilar.
No. I'm not gonna get into this.
It came with a Pokemon.
I mean,
Maeve,
they can
Maeve, it's your turn.
each other
Yes,
inside.
so I'm on this dragon while it's doing this. Oh, and its
Yeah.
head's in the water.
You are in the water, yes.
Ooh, a little chilly down here. I was gonna try to talk to it, but clearly, even if I tried to convince it we were here to do no harm, Casper just ripped the other one's stomach open, so I'm not even gonna bother. So I'm gonna this time try and do my double whammy quarter staff.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna use the Spear of Cruelty. I keep not using it because it's messed up in D&D Beyond and doesn't have the extra +2, and so I need to just mentally add that in my head. So, the first one was an 11, which I would presume does not hit.
That misses, yep.
The second one was a 13.
That meets.
I have to add the +2 for the damage too, I think. So that's 10 damage with the Spear of Cruelty.
Okay.
And I don't really think I have any bonus action that I really want to take right now, so I'm just gonna hang on for dear life.
Okay. I gotta move you over here. You are on top of this guy. All right. So after Maeve, it is the Harengon's turn. and it is thrashing in the water. You see that in its turn, it does in fact breach the water. I don't know where he's at. I give him fly so we can do this. So on its turn, it is able to come up to the top of the water, but it's still technically in the water, if that makes sense. Like it's you just hear as it's just catching its breath. You see a gash in the front of its chest, and as that happens, this wyvern with bane turns and flies away.
Let's see. Do I get an attack of opportunity?
If you want.
I would. love
You
one.
say that like there's any reason why I would not take that. And there might be, but I don't see it. So I like to attack. I got an natural 1. I'm going to use my inspiration on that one.
Okay.
15 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
For 12 damage.
Okay.
How's this wyvern looking?
The one that's flying away?
Yeah.
It looks like it's still not bloodied. Like you have gashed up its underbelly, but it's not bleeding yet.
Okay. All right. That's it for me.
Casper, it's now your turn.
You fucking pussy. You're leaving your master too? Jesus. All right. Oh, maybe it's gonna go tell somebody something. I don't know. Either way, that's really far. How far did it go in one turn? Wow. Really? They used...
I actually didn't move it far enough here. Hold on. It's probably about there.
Oh my god! Okay. Thanks, because I was actually considering it. Now I am not. Alright. So the wyvern is just frothing underwater right now? The other one?
This other one over here, it is still underwater.
Wow. I almost considered jumping into the water. That would have been a terrible idea. Shame on me. My heavy armor would not be happy with me. Okay. I am going to... You know what? I'm just going to go stand on the edge. I'm going to pull out... I let the my great sword kind of rest against my half of my body, and I pull out my heavy crossbow. It's +1, and I'm going to shoot it.
Are you shooting the wyvern in the water?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not shooting Maeve.
No, but thank you for asking.
Okay.
All right. Hiya! 16 to hit.
16 is going to hit.
Wow. That is a 5 piercing damage.
5 damage. Okay.
And I can't shoot twice, right? With a crossbow?
I don't believe so. Nope.
Fuck. All right. I toss my crossbow on the ground, and I take a javelin out, and I'm gonna throw the javelin. There's just a whole slew of weapons, magical weapons on the floor. All right, 22 to hit with my javelin.
That hits.
8 damage.
All right. So you pull your crossbow out, and it makes sense as this crossbow goes into the water. It slows down the velocity of the bolt. But you're like, well, that's not going to happen again. You throw that shit to the ground, grab your javelin, jump into the air, and throw it like Zeus throwing a lightning bolt. Any more stuff for you to do?
That's as cool as I can make my turn. So no.
Byron?
Byron would walk over to the wisping, gasping man, pull out his rapier, and just shink, try and like stab him into the water, and just kind of like push him back down in. 16.
16 hits.
For 9 piercing damage.
All right. It comes up and it's like, and as it does, you're just standing there and you smile and you just stab it right in the head. Your sword pierces through its eye, about the back of its skull, and it flips over dead.
I nimbly jump off to avoid being stuck on it when it flips over dead in the water.
That's not That's not the wyvern. That's the
Harengon.
mage.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Wyverns
Anything
are
else,
great.
Byron?
No.
Nix, it's your turn.
That's a fantastic animation. It looks like he's just floating in the water on his back.
He's just chilling.
He's just hanging out. He's having a good time.
Harengon
He's
are
ready
really
to go like
buoyant.
lazy river tubing.
Nix, it's your turn.
Yep, I'm gonna zap this thing with the guiding bolt, which I
Okay.
don't think is gonna have any problem with the water.
Nope, it does not.
All right.
You hit it.
15 hit.
Yep.
Perfect. 22 points of radiant damage.
Oof.
Next
Okay.
On it has advantage.
Okay. So, you do your magic ninja moves, and a bolt shoots out and into the water right into this thing's face. You can see its head snap back as its eyes look like they're full of fear. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Well, Nix, you did a good job, and now I hope that Maeve is holding on.
But it's in the water! How does a flying creature get out of the water like that, bro?
You just hear it moving its wings very quickly.
It just thrashes a whole bunch.
Yep. As this creature, if I could get my stupid thing to stop working here, it is going to fly. Whoops. Over to about here. Maeve, you are still on its back. This
I get
creature.
the sense it's just trying to fly away.
Yeah, it is. It is flying. You would know this with your obsession with dragons. It looks
Right.
terrified. Like it's trying just to get the fuck out of here. You can feel the tension in its back as you are holding on, and it is just flapping for its life.
Can I try and speak to it in Draconic?
Sure.
Maeve is gonna say, I'm not gonna use an accent because I'm assuming you don't have an accent, a southern accent when you're speaking in Draconic, but you know, and because I'm lazy, honestly. But Maeve is just gonna say like, if you stop attacking us, we'll stop attacking back. Like, please, we mean you no harm.
Stab,
Listen,
stab, stab.
I haven't stabbed it yet.
You
No,
did.
I did. Never mind. I take it back. I'm not going to say any of that. I forgot that I already attacked it. I've given up on being nice. In that case,
If
Maybe
you'll
just
just
intimidate
die, I won't
Maybe just, like,
hurt you.
Stop fighting and we might let you live. Something to that effect.
Also, they're already not attacking us. They're running away.
yeah, Maeve
Well, the
is
one
just going to
was-
jump off and like.
Okay.
Let
dive
me
into the water
save
and
you
stuff and-
from what I'm going to
No.
do to you if
I
you
forgot
don't
that I had
stop.
already attacked.
All right. So you nimbly jump off of its back, its momentum getting it way out of the way of you as you just splash down into the water. And
And I'll just swim ashore if that's okay.
Yep.
And
Does it
head
take an
back.
attack of opportunity?
If we're out of combat, I would like to head back to the group. I
Okay.
also don't know how to make myself stop flying, so
there you go.
thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
As
So
as we all get around together, Byron's going to look at you guys and say, prestidigitates all of his clothes dry and says, "Sorry about that. I didn't know how to warn you guys. I don't have an ability to like telepathically talk to you. I just knew that."
I mean, I can usually guess what you're about to do based off of
How I move
Your
my
outfit.
hips.
no, well, that too. Yeah.
Well, so
Casper's
he said that he was protecting something, that they were supposed to guard the volcano. So I thought best thing to do was to, well, drown him.
Oh,
Good idea.
I don't see the
Now
logic there, but
that is a plan.
that does make Casper laugh. He takes his Joao hander and like fishes the dead body out of the water towards the shore and picks up the Harengon and splashes him onto the rocks.
We
Might have
agreed that
something
we
that
would
we
like
need.
to loot this Harengon.
Hmm.
Are we agreed that we
Also-
would like to loot the Harengon?
Yes, yeah. You might want to turn into them later, Byron. They seem to be important.
Oh, good
I've
call.
I've got his image in my brain.
A dry
Verified.
version of his
Good work.
image, right? Not a wet version.
Yes, I saw him when he was dry.
Just making sure.
Okay. So you guys look over this Harengon. This is another one of those. It's wearing ragged clothes. He doesn't really have anything on him. He has a dagger and like a regular belt. But you also see that he has on him one of those necklaces, the control-y necklaces things.
The
And it's
collar?
not like
The
cracked.
giant's collar?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
And this one is working, presumably, or else he'd be dead.
Can we get it off of him without breaking it?
You can try.
I would like to try.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna say this is 2 checks. It is an Arcana check and then a sleight of hand. So the Arcana check is going to be to see if you can figure out how to take it apart. The sleight of hand check will be like once you know how to do it, how if you can pop it apart.
Gotten a dirty 20 with my Arcana.
Okay, so you can see how it's put together.
I offer my help before she rolls for the sleight of hand.
Yep. If you offer help, that just gives her advantage.
I think Nyx looks down and her hands are shaking slightly, and she goes, I think maybe it would not be the best idea for me to use my big meaty claws on this delicate little clasp. If there's someone else who's a bit more talented and deft with this sort of thing, I could give you some instructions on how we might be able to get it off. I have disadvantage on sleight of hands and I don't want to risk trying it myself. So if anyone else wants to take this one.
Can Nyx help me take the collar off, or Byron? Please and thank you. Is that a yes?
All right, you guys tell me what's happening.
She asked if Nyx was allowed to instruct Byron or Maeve.
Is that one of us does the sleight of hand roll?
Yeah.
So, I don't think we could say it'd be at advantage unless you figure out how to do it. But you could definitely she could like stand over your shoulder and be like, yeah, you want to make sure you're doing this, then this.
I got
Helping her though, it would have been at advantage, which would just
neutral.
been
null
a
and void
neutral
her
roll.
disadvantage.
Yeah. So what'd you get, Byron?
I can roll.
Oh, I don't care who rolls. I thought you held up your fingers like you rolled something.
I was gonna say at a +7 if it matters. 17.
I have.
Okay. Yeah, you pop it off.
So
Who
m-
gets to
yeah, he's like-
wear it is the question.
I don't know that anyone actually should be putting this on unless you know how to deactivate the magic in it.
Well, remove cursed worked out just fine last time we were under mind control. Roll
Yeah.
those dice. It would look so cute on you. In all seriousness, I think that this robe of mine isn't quite suiting me as much as I'd like it to. She kind of shimmies in the robe of insanity, kind of shakes around her. It's quite a bit harder to move in than I thought. I don't mind hanging on to it for a bit longer, but I'm a bit worried about going into Sea Wormraw with it weighing me down. As in, I was so excited about getting this item last time, and I didn't realize that I don't have proficiency with heavy armor, and it's actually affecting a lot of my stats. Oops.
I think we just
What?
maybe hold it or melt it down for parts, so to speak. After you're
What
done
armor
with
is it?
It's a robe.
It's
Sorry,
a robe of
Oh.
insanity, and it's
A robe?
swanky
You're not
as
proficient
hell.
in a robe?
It's heavy. It's listed as heavy armor. I don't know what to tell you.
What?
I know.
Why?
I was
So
like, oh, this is gonna
actually,
be a
I apologize.
non-issue.
Let me it should be as a robe. It shouldn't be impacting you like that. It's treated like heavy armor, so it shouldn't be. I'd have to go in there and change that.
An AC of 12, but yet it gives you disadvantage in everything.
No, it's supposed to. It's because it's treated like, I think, plate. I might forget which mail it was, but it's a robe that has the properties of that other armor, so it shouldn't give you disadvantage on like stealth checks and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's we can fuss with it later. It's fine.
The insanity part is it drives the player insane with all the disadvantages.
The insanity part is like, dang,
No
I really
bonuses
want
at all,
this thing,
purely
but
hard
what a
mode.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe after we get all that figured out, I think Byron would maybe like scout ahead and like get us moving again towards the volcano.
Yep.
Okay.
I think hanging onto the collar is a good idea in case we do need to dip into, like, where do we go next? Maybe we can slap the collar on someone, get some instructions.
Or I think that's a good idea. Although that sounds like a plan.
It's an idea. Oh, you're right. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
I think on the opposite side of that, not to discredit what you said, but the opposite side of that is we could try and see how it opens, so that if we find someone else with a collar like this, we can open it easily.
Did I not just do that?
Yeah, we just did that. I just took it off the Harengon. She showed me how. And...
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can apply that to other collars we find.
Oh,
is what I
sure.
was saying.
Yeah, we can try to pop them off and
Maybe I
rescue
didn't need to
some
say that.
people.
Yeah, fight.
okay.
Take him off
Sorry,
mid-fight.
I also don't come up with plans.
No plans. Head empty. Now let's walk into that volcano and see what happens.
We're plan free since
You guys are just
83.
strolling in the front door. I thought you guys would try and like sneak up on me or something. Nope.
Nope.
What do you got for us, Swirl? I wasn't prepared for
It's
this.
like, I've been expecting you, and we're like, we haven't been. Howdy. You want to fight? Should we fight?
Hey, you want to listen to my speech first? No.
I throw a javelin at him.
Yeah.
Zinga.
And that is still one of my favorite moments. I'm just, oh, what a mistake. What a choice we've made.
We haven't seen that guy again either. So
Nope.
who knows?
We haven't.
Haven't
no,
you?
it's okay. Oh,
Haven't we?
Have we? Was he the short dude with the fancy buckle shoes? Was it him the whole time? And he got he got stabbed on the flying boat?
Turns
I don't
out we've got we have Casper using javelin of banishment. We just didn't know it this whole time.
Yeah, he's gone. If it's all,
In another
baby.
plane. Which means I think we solved the mystery and we got the bad guy out of there. So it's all
Pack it up.
all right. Let's continue on through the forest. I think this time keeping an eye out on the skies in particular to see if we can see any more wyvern movement and if they are maybe congregating around any particular area. I want to see if we can find any more of these like wyvern whisperers along the way, or at the very least to avoid them.
Okay.
Byron, did this person tell you, I don't know, what to expect going forward?
No, he just said that he was supposed to be guarding the volcano.
Oh, well, okay. I don't know if that implies there's more of them or that was only one.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, for how many
Okay.
wyverns have we've been attacked by, and how many Harengons we've seen riding wyverns, which, as a reminder, was like a lot when we first got here. I have to assume that this is some kind of like either the people are defending Wormroll and are trying to protect it from the outside companies that are moving in, or Wormroll is mind controlling the people that are here.
It's
I don't
very
know.
very possible.
I think so. I think Wormroll was trying to expand and push everybody off the island at first, and now they're just doing damage control because some random group of assholes is ruining all of their plans.
Maybe.
And that group of assholes is us. So let's keep getting it, baby.
What's the chance that that rabbit we just ran into was Sharanusk? Because Sharanosk was trying to stop us from succeeding. Maybe that was it.
Yep. He had a name tag
no.
floated away in the river.
Did
he?
Hello, my
No,
name
this
is
one-
Char.
This one seemed to not know that there was a group going around, right?
No.
That's
So-
true. Now that you found the lance, take the fight to the volcano as agreed. Beware Sharanosk, as it will try to stop you from succeeding.
I mean, on the positive side is it seems like they don't know that we're coming, so
The element of surprise.
I actually didn't know that they found the lance already. That's really not good. We should probably really hurry.
Yeah.
that's
Well,
not good at all.
That was the. So, just as a reminder, when we found Shay, Maeve's cousin, when we found Shay and Shay's traveling companions dead, they had a sending stone, and that was what Maeve heard as the message through it. So, we don't necessarily. Here's kind of a
Wait.
working theory. We don't know that Shay actually found the lance. It could have been that was like that was a message that was like, hey, as soon as you pick up the sending stone, that's our signal that you found the lance. So here's just the automatic message of, cool, now that you've got it, which you're confirming that you have by reaching out to us through the sending stone.
Maybe.
I mean, that could be. I'm not sure.
Also, Maeve, your family's evil?
Yeah.
Huh.
Super evil.
I would not use
Are you evil?
the word. I would not use the word evil to describe my family.
I would, if you're working with Wormwall.
Oh, we're not
To be
working
fair,
with
Casper.
Wormwall.
apparently
My family may make some questionable choices, but that does not mean
that cost
I rolled-
thousands of people their lives, but we're not evil per se.
I rolled a 21 on insight to Maeve's We're Not Evil. It's Maeve's family evil.
She believes
need
that
to
her
be-
family's not evil.
So what do you guys want to
Okay.
do?
Yeah, I'm moving ahead, scouting. We're heading towards Volcano.
Hustling.
Thank you, Kite Sage. Casper's mind neutral equals evil. Get it together, not a cop.
You're not good,
As-
you're evil. Learn it.
As you guys are moving forward, if you look at the map, you're moving to the west and a little bit to the south. You start to see more heavily trafficked areas. This area seems to be heavily trodden. There are carts. The trees look like they are bent out of the way. And occasionally you'll see scorched areas where some immense fire has burnt this area.
Sounds about right.
You guys said you were doing perception checks, right?
Yep.
Okay. You don't even really need it anymore as you guys get closer.
We could just see this giant red mass moving on the side of the mountain.
That is correct. Because through the
No.
top of the volcano, Maeve, actually, why don't you give me a perception check with advantage?
I wonder what this could be.
You see the wings and head of a young red dragon come up
God.
from the top of the volcano.
How young are we talking here?
I mean, it's still it's a red dragon, so it's not ancient. It's not it's not a worm.
But
It
not
is
like a baby.
No, young red dragon is like an actual classification of like dragon age.
It's not a
It's not
wormling.
just the-
It's like it's an adult.
it's an in between. It's
not an adult.
yeah, it's
adult
like a
enough.
teenager.
Malleable
Dragon.
enough to tame is what you're saying.
Mm,
No.
maybe if you try hard enough, we don't
So
know.
give me a history check on what you know about red dragons because you love the dragons.
I have a +0, so let's hope I roll okay.
You could give me what's that?
15.
15? That's you know for a fact that these things are very, very smart and they tend to be very, very mean.
I disseminate this information to my companions.
Okay.
Well, if you're already evil and it's already mean, that maybe means that you guys have got a lot in common.
I am not evil.
I'm sorry. You just saw a dragon? Like a real dragon this time?
Do you not see it up there?
When she points it out, you guys can all clearly see it. If she
is it
wouldn't
just
have got
hanging out there?
Oh,
so
It's
the,
like
all right,
poking
so
its head out the top of a volcano, like a little diglet coming up for air.
let me paint this picture a little bit better for you. So you guys are in this hilly area. There are trees around you. The trees have been either smashed out of the way or there's been fire that has scorched the earth. And before you is a 800 foot tall volcano. And through the top of that volcano is where the dragon came out. It's not looking down directly at you. It has flown up and it is flying around the top of the volcano.
So I think the most important thing here is we need to figure out a way to potentially get it into its lair to attack it, so that way we can keep it from flying.
What?
It's a concern. Maybe if we get it out of its lair, then we could lure it towards the giant, beautiful ocean or river or someplace that's not covered in fire.
Well, it is a red dragon, right?
I mean,
I don't know anything about dragons, but
this
I
thing,
think they prefer fire.
this thing is fire. I mean, you put it in an ocean, it's just going to turn the ocean on fire. Like
Really?
I mean,
That's an old wives' tale.
Do I know anything specifically about like dragons and their like vulnerabilities or strengths or anything, Justin?
What did you roll?
For which one? History?
Yeah,
15.
you rolled a 15.
Mhm.
You know that these things are big, badass dragons. They are technically a large creature. So it's what, 15 feet tall. And its wingspan is probably about 25 or 30 feet. It is going to speak languages. These are smart creatures. They're very, very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. And you know that they have a super, super powerful breath attack. You would imagine that is what has charred the ground as you guys are walking and paying attention to stuff. With the 15, you'd also know that it is immune to fire.
Do I know about any vulnerabilities at all?
Mm-mm. You don't know that it has any vulnerabilities.
Okay. I tell everyone all of this information.
Okay. So yeah, what do you guys want to do? There is a path leading ahead of you. There is a dragon whirly-birding over top.
I think that's
How much do
Wormroll.
we really need this lunch?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, 3,000 gold apiece and fate of the world rests on it.
I do love
Yeah.
gold.
And I think this probably fits in somewhere with the prophecy too. So,
There's a prophecy?
yeah, it's a whole thing. Don't worry about it.
If it makes you feel any better, I've already forgot what the prophecy said.
Oh, excellent.
It didn't
There's
deal
been a
with
lot
me
of
a whole
drinking
lot,
since
so
then.
well, it wasn't about me,
I'll
so
remind you.
We don't know that this dragon itself is a Wormraw. That Wormraw could just be some wimpy person controlling all of this. I mean, I'm not saying it could still be Wormraw,
Yeah.
but
very
I-
fair.
I think right now it doesn't really matter who Wormroll is until we get in there.
I think we need more information
I
don't think we're gonna
think
find
that
it.
we will only get in the volcano.
I think we should
tried, but
hunt
everything
this.
was burned down, so
I think
Well,
I think
Aaron?
we go kill the dragon and harvest its hide and teeth.
Okay,
I could get some
Sure.
great boots out of that dragon.
but some van braces. Listen. If the dragon isn't connected to what we're doing, I don't think we should do it right now.
Oh,
With a name
because-
like Wormroll, like come on.
it's connected.
Oh, with a Y. Oh, worm with a Y. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're right.
I
Casper
love that
talking.
Casper
I'm
this
very
entire
angry
thing
now.
has been thinking WORMA.
Yes.
I mean, we
Casper.
did think that at one point.
You're right.
We threw around the idea that it might be a giant worm, but yeah, no, I think that.
No, there
That
is
might
no
have also
doubt
come
this
from me.
dragon is connected. We just don't have enough information on.
Yeah.
Is it in charge? Is
I mean,
something
I
else
think-
in charge?
I think we get the sense. What if this lance is a lance of dragon slaying? Maybe that's why Casper's supposed to get it,
Yeah.
and we're supposed to come after the dragon that is ruling over the city.
I agree.
I mean, a magical lance, even if it's not a lance of dragon slaying, won't hurt and fatten this dragon if we can get it first.
Okay. Well, let's formulate a plan. I think we should fight it inside of the lair to get it from flying in the sky. Personally, but
I agree.
I am not opposed to that, considering any other information we need is going to be in there as well.
plus
So, speaking of wives' tales, I've heard dragons have hordes. Maybe, if we threaten its horde, it will come to us.
I mean,
And
yeah,
also, the lance might be there too.
I'm
We
up
will
for
get
killing
some
an army.
great loot out of the problem.
Like a horde of villagers. Is that what you mean?
No. A treasure horde, but also a horde of Harengon. I imagine there's a lot around.
Oh,
We're
okay.
having too much fun playing dumb tonight.
Play.
Yeah.
Dumb. This is the smartest we've been in a while. Anyway, DM, you said, I don't know if you meant something else, but you said on the way there we see carts. Did you mean cart tracks? Or
Yeah, so
actual-
it has been worn by carts, and there's no actual carts there.
Okay.
You're in a path. There's
Can I-
jungle on both sides of you.
Can I make a check to see how? I don't know. How many people have been passing through the area with the tracks? Like to see count the
Sure.
tracks.
Give me a survival check.
At 22.
22. It's a decent amount, but what you're noticing here is there are some smaller footprints, but a lot of them are big footprints, right? So you see big lizard prints, but you also see literal gigantic footprints.
Well, okay. Footprints as in a boot or a foot?
Boot.
Were
There's some- there's
the
some-
giants that we fought wearing boots?
Yes.
Okay. There's lizard footprints?
So
Like
you would imagine it's the dragon.
Dragon.
Really? But don't they fly?
They can also
but-
walk
But why
And
would
there's
they?
the scorched earth around you.
to eat.
Like it's not all the places, but it.
Yeah.
So with
Can
a 22,
I'm
this
just
this
stupid.
route.
Help
So no,
me.
with a 22, you would know that this route has been created, right? So trees have been bent out of the way, and you would imagine that where the fire was, it was rocks or things that were a little too big that needed to be melted to create a path forward or out, whichever way that was.
Do the tracks only go one direction?
They're going in both directions.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what they're setting up, but they're setting something up. Maybe the carts were hauling treasure.
I
don't
mean,
know.
that would be my assumption is they're giving homage to the dragon as their new ruler or whatever.
I don't think they'd be allowed in the treasure room, though. Do we have the ability to turn invisible as a group?
I don't have that magic. I don't know if anyone else does.
I don't. Mix? Cleric? No, clerics get that spell.
I'm gonna need you to run that one past me. again.
Mass
Homie, what are you looking for?
mass invisibility.
Nope. I
Mm,
got mass cure wounds.
all right. I don't think we're. Thanks. That's a really close. A lot.
They're so similar. You said mass. I thought I knew where you were going with it. I was like, wait. I might have something. I do not. Also,
We
can you please? What is the proper spelling of wormroll?
WY.
If you will.
You spelled it correctly. It was WY.
Thank you.
We just don't care.
I was just having
That's how it's spelled.
having 4 different spellings, none of them with an O. And we just... Okay, I'm sorry. Please continue.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
Okay, I don't think we're sneaking anywhere. So if we, I mean, Byron can't obviously, but the rest of us, I'm not very stealthy.
I could try and scout ahead, and see if there's anything else in there.
Sure.
We need to split up scouting ahead too. I can assist.
Well, I mean, I don't think. I think you guys stay somewhat close. Don't run. Don't let me run too far ahead of you all. But
You have your sending stone, so use it.
Yeah, he does.
It is
I'm
once a
just
day.
gonna throw
so.
this out. I know we've used this before, but you also have your bird. You're just on your
Yeah.
bird.
that's true. I hate to kill her again and pull out Athena and say, "All right, girl, I need your help again."
Dragon comes out of the sky, snatches it up, and just flies away. No.
Nice.
So you want to have her fly where?
Into the lair.
Okay. So Athena flies straight ahead. There is a gigantic opening in this volcano. Yeah, you put your hand on Nyx so because you go blind. The hole in the side of this volcano is roughly 50 feet wide and another 50 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been either burnt out of the way or smashed open. The Athena can, I don't know how far she can fly, but you're gonna go down for about a half a mile into the earth. And
I'll have to look. I don't know that I have that distance.
okay, we're gonna say that for this you do, just because it's fine.
Okay.
In the future, if we find out that it doesn't, we can take it back and say you just would move closer. But when Athena gets farther ahead, this is what she sees, and I'm going to put it into our Discord tavern chat. The room opens up into this massive chamber. There is lava everywhere. There are giant stalagmites on the ground, right? Stalagmites? Yes. Stalagmites on the ground, I think. Anyway, this is leading from the south. And then to the west, there is a giant castle.
So she came in where it says entrance on the map, that little...
Yep.
Interesting.
Okay.
1 second. I didn't have the map up. I was
These are
reading.
very cool little maps,
Hey.
by the way, Justin.
Yeah, what are you
Thank you.
using to make these?
So this is Incarnate. It's a really cool map making tool. I pay for the one that allows you to use it commercially, because technically we're commercially. But there's a lot of really cool tools that allows you to make very really basic maps or really, really in-depth maps.
DMs listening, Incarnate is amazing. They had it a while ago and it wasn't very good, but they've
Correct.
made so many assets that are just so good. They look incredible. I mean,
Yep.
these maps speak for themselves. It's great.
So
Okay.
this map, it's a little counterintuitive because south is the top of the map. But I was stupid and put it in backwards, so tough shit.
Okay, so we come in through this bottom little crevice, and that's where we can see this castle down in here.
Yep.
So the top-
So
okay.
straight ahead, there is
Oh god, there's
some
2 entrances. I
rock-
didn't even notice the bottom one.
rocks. Yep, coming up.
Mhm.
And then you are down a little bit. There is a 40 or 50 foot cliff to the west that is leading up to another section. But yes, the castle is over on the west hand side, and you could see it with Athena.
Okay, we are 100 feet from Athena.
Okay.
This
So
is-
you are in the tunnel. As Athena is flying, you can see that this area in the middle here, there are some there's some cyclops that you see,
Mm-hmm.
and they are in this general area in front of the entrance that you're at, and that's all that she can see if she can only go 100 feet.
Yeah, I'll describe it to everybody and say what would we like to do?
I'm sorry, but it has to be said. If you are watching this on a big screen or have the map from the Discord, if you zoom in on those little spooky trees, it looks like they have little ghost faces going.
Are they trees? I was trying to figure out what those were.
They're trees, but with
Are they
ghost
trees?
faces.
I was
This is the
waiting.
inside of a volcano, isn't
I
it?
don't know. Yeah,
I'm
we
waiting
thought
for
they were trees.
Zelda to come walking from the bottom of the screen on.
Graphically, they look like trees.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You
Other
said
than-
there was a castle.
Yeah.
Do dragons?
Dragon-sized castle? Or more like rabbit-sized?
This
Uh,
castle's very, very large.
Comparatively,
Dragon horde sized.
Yeah.
Dragons use castles.
maybe that's where it's holding all of its.
Are we talking castle in the mountain Smaug sized here?
Not that big.
Okay.
Hmm.
We have entered the Misty Mountain.
I mean,
Oh God!
copyrighted,
are you kidding?
stop.
That would be amazing.
The
I think we're going to
Misty
storm a
Mountains.
castle, unless there is something that I am missing.
No, I think that's where we're heading.
We do not want to get caught in this open ground, though.
More clarity on the Cyclops thing.
Sure.
Where are they located again? We're down at this bottom entrance.
Yep. So they are milling about in the. If you're looking at the map, the first set of rocks, the stalagmites.
Right near our entrance.
Yep. Yeah, they're milling about in that area, but this is a very, very large area. Just to give you an idea of what you're looking at, it's miles across.
And is it like a large flat expanse like it looks like?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I
Yep.
can see there's that one
great.
like cliff area.
Yeah, and that's literally on the map. It's on the west hand side. It looks like little curvature. That's the hill up or the cliff up.
Anyone want to spare some water so we can make some mud out of this here rock to blend in?
Oh,
Uh,
a bit of camouflage isn't a bad idea.
yeah.
Perhaps also taking a short rest would not be a bad idea at all to prepare for our siege.
I don't know
So
if we have time.
I need to give you guys some mechanical thing because I don't know how to use words to describe exactly what it is. So
It hot AF.
it's hot as fuck. So sporadically, you're going to have to make constitution rolls, or you're
Yeah.
going to suffer exhaustion.
Yep. I think
Exhaustion.
Dang, dude.
All right. Do not leave 10 feet of me, please. This is actually pretty important.
We
Uh,
all huddle around Casper
Yeah,
and
get close.
shuffle
Get close.
together
The
in
smell of
every
sweat
direction.
is breathe in.
It's like basketball pregame. You guys have her in a circle. You got your arms around each other. You're
Yes.
going back and forth.
But then we move in like 5 feet in any direction.
actually,
together.
I can. Well, let's go ahead and take a short rest. I'm going to ritual cast Tiny Hut
Okay.
and make it match in with the side of the wall.
Okay.
Inside of this little dome, it's going to be a nice 68 degrees.
Okay. I like it.
Can you actually make it 70? I prefer it a little.
No,
You have to recast it.
you can sit with half of your body outside if that's how you like it.
Fine. I'll do that.
I think we take a short rest and then we get after it. I can like prestidigitate dirt from the ground onto you guys and make you like all dirty and matching in with the rock with any type of ash and stuff on the ground.
I mean, would that
Casper.
help? I kind of wonder if that would actually offer some kind of protection against the heat. But maybe I'm thinking of like
Like
a
fresh
pig?
mud.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking
Well,
of like
now that he
pigs,
said it's
yeah.
hot, I worry about it just drying and cracking off and just not staying on us.
Oh,
in general.
I was just gonna
Those-
coat our clothes though. Maybe we didn't have a shine with our armor as we walked.
Ah, fair.
Each
Nyx
of
is
us, we
also
pair up
blue,
and we like
walking
start
into,
smearing
a-
mud on each other's faces like
Well,
war
that's
paint.
exactly it. The idea of like it also just serving as camouflage is
Mhm.
not a bad idea either.
Yeah, that was my thought process. Is more just like, if we're walking across this great barren expanse, the least we can do is like try to blend in to a degree.
Yeah,
Is
I
there-
agree. That's
Does
smart.
aren't you greenish, Casper?
Yes.
There
Thank
sure
you.
as heck ain't no
Colorful
greenery
brown.
down in this her volcano. Tell
Fair.
you that.
I'm going to decide for Casper, and Nyx just takes a big ball of mud and just kind of like smears it halfway down his face. And just, like,
And Maeve
There,
grabs
yeah.
her arm
we're
and says,
committing.
No.
Don't be shy. Just smack it on.
Byron help him.
Do
No,
what?
Byron doesn't have to be the
Let
person
the
to
mud
smear
on me.
mud on me.
No,
Maeve,
it's
come
fine,
on.
It's fine. Let him help.
Maeve,
He goes, we really don't have time, Maeve. All right, it's all hands on deck at the moment.
Give me this before we die.
Scooping.
All
Give me this
hands on
one
what?
thing.
All hands on Dick.
Yeah.
You know what I said, sir. You heard that E in there. All right,
Okay.
we're
Well,
slathered
we've established that as a group we're very bad at hearing vowels, so
Mhm.
we don't know what he heard.
we have. Maybe when it's
Trying to be
convenient.
generous here.
Okay, so while we're smearing mud on us, what's the play? So we're gonna infiltrate the castle? I mean, maybe that's obvious, but I don't know.
I mean, what else are we gonna do?
I think that's what we have to do. Get in there and find the lance. Take out whatever we can. That's what we're here for. It's your prophecy. I mean,
Do any of us? Thanks.
Again with this darned prophecy thing.
So listen, I worship Eldath. She
What is
came
so
to me
special about this guy?
and said, "Well, look at me." She said that there was a prophecy.
Wait.
The end times were going to come around unless we defeated some evil monsters, specifically, I think, dragons. So that's happening. There are a few steps that have to happen for the end times to come around. One or two of them have happened so far, I think. We're trying to prevent the other ones. So
Sorry, Emily here. Eldath is a woman?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I have not known that this entire time. I thought he was some dude.
On National Women's Day,
I didn't know.
this is how you're gonna be.
goddess.
I don't
More at
recall
11.
Justin putting on very much of a convincing woman's voice for Eldath then, apparently.
I'm getting better. Jeez.
Yeah. So basically, Eldath
also
was
been a
like,
long time.
"This guy fucks. Protect him," and that was our mission.
I think Nyx would pull out her big, like, her Necronomicon of just detailing things that have happened up until this point and would, like, flip to the page of the prophecy and be like, okay, ignore those dummies. Here's what actually you need to know. And would review the step-by-step of the prophecy, which I can do, but I won't. But
Sure.
I will.
I mean, it's
film
been a
it
while.
canonically.
Well, so what we could do
Well, I
is
suppose if you
I'm
need
rereading
to
the
know, there are
notes.
3 primary aspects of the prophecy. One is that war happens randomly, but the heralds are there to stop the conflict between the multiple entities that are out there. Every 1,500 to 3,000 years, there's a great battle. It appears that what's starting to occur now. We're starting to see the rise of a new enemy. Last time, it was a bunch of orcs, and so orcs were banished. The orcs seemed to come out of nowhere. This time, it appears that a zombie uprising was the possible cause. Hence, everything that we had to deal with back in Danvers Holt. Step 2, creatures from another world began to appear, like what we saw with Sor coming in from another dimension, being blasted into space out of fucking nowhere from some kind of magic portal. Step 3 is the unearthing of a dragon. Is that dragon wormroll?
No.
Is that dragon wormroll?
Well, we
No,
don't know that the
but-
dragon
I'm
is
getting
wormwood,
no's.
but there
I don't
is-
know.
I thought
Dragon.
I'm
the
getting a lot of no's.
the
But an unearthing of a dragon is the 3rd like step of the prophecy. It's a
Yeah.
big deal.
That's
Okay.
true. We've only seen 2 dragons so far, I think. So
this is our
in this
third.
campaign. Oh, because
you guys have only seen this is your second. The person
But
who
there
saw
was-
the
Hey,
Well-
third one died.
Aruna.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
But he
It caught
told us
fire.
about it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay.
So the dragon was not in the volcano.
No.
The dragon
The
is
dragon was flying above the volcano.
We are going to the castle in
Okay.
the hopes that the horde is there to be like, look, dragon, we've got your fancy stuff and we're stealing it. Get down here and fight us. Because our whole thing was like, oh, it's going to be in a more confined space until we entered the volcano and realized
So,
it was like this huge open area.
Byron, can you? I think that we should try and just make a dash for the castle. But if there are people like patrolling the walls, they'll see us right away. So, I don't know.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's many miles away, this castle, right?
So the length of this this cavern is about 5 miles,
Okay.
and then the width is about 3.
Byron would like to camouflage the group as best he can with, prestidigitation, moving detritus onto them and whatnot, and try to make a group stealth roll to move towards the castle, not attracting anything.
I think that we need everybody to roll stealth.
Okay.
okay. Oh boy.
Ooh, not my best roll.
13.
13 for me, too.
6.
Oh, I got an 18, even with
Okay.
this.
Allie, help!
Yeah, I say Allie has.
Use your advantage.
Help! All right. Advantage.
Specifically
All
for
right.
Casper.
We all have
Group
advantage.
advantage.
Thank you. Group advantage. It's a
my
group
God.
roll. So.
It was a group
Um,
roll. I mean,
Like, yes,
I
that's how
like
it
it.
works, right?
A 13 is my final roll.
Okay.
well, heck, dude. Since I already ran, listen, I'm gonna take my first roll then, which was a 28. It's a
So-
20 for a 28.
You guys are in the tiny hut, and realizing the importance of what you're doing, you Rambo up. You've got clay on your face, and you
Tying a red band around our head.
yeah, so keep the sweat out of your eyes because it's
Yeah.
really hot. But
Red
you
matches
guys-
lava. Let's do this.
you guys look at each other and just nod, and you take a step out into the cavern, and that is where we're going to stop.
Oh, what a great clip.
Guys, we almost are at Wormroll. We've been going for so long to get Wormroll, guys.
We take a
It's
step
got,
out into the
like, still has,
cavern, and
like,
then a
6
giant stomps on us.
Next week,
Uh.
Justin says it takes you this entire session to reach the castle.
No, look, you guys. There are things that you can fight here. You don't have to fight them. You can sneak around them. It's the cool thing about being in this giant ass cave.
Believe it or
And you
not,
can
I'm
decide
ready
what
to
you're gonna
sneak around them. Thank
Cool.
you. The
Cool.
end.
Yeah, listen, since we fought that Hydra and burned up all of our spell slots, and it was a little bit of an iffy situation until we kind of leveled up, I'd prefer not to go through that again.
Okay.
So maybe
It'd
we
be
just
nice
go
to
straight
save up for the
dragon. Save
dragon.
up for the big bad as much as we can. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So-
hope that we don't find out that Wormroll is some puny little figure that has lots of magic that we also have to fight.
He jumps out and he's like, fuck you guys. I'm here to get ya. No. So that's it for the night. We do need to pick inspiration though.
Oh gosh, I was reading chat, but I wasn't thinking about the fact that I had to pick.
Yeah, we
Uh,
good job.
I nominate Kite Sage for his Coppatic neutral or whatever he said in the beginning. I thought that was really funny.
Allie would like to request inspiration for giving such good inspiration.
Listen, don't think
Honestly,
it's not.
a
Don't
bad
think it's not being
concept.
considered. Don't think it's not on the list of possibilities.
I do
here.
have to nominate Alligator as well. She's great.
Although I do like that Made Us Dag started that whole Dragon Daddy conversation because that was just
It's good to have
maybe
each
what
other.
had
You have a
Lisa
lot
and I
of material to pick
distracted.
from.
While you're thinking,
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
I would like to give I would like to give Lisa inspiration for her note-taking ability.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very nice.
Appreciate that. Got way more that I can bore everyone with if we just want a recap.
Not your
session.
accuracy, just your ability.
I love Allie. I'm gonna give it to Mateus because they were in chat a bunch, which was really nice, and started some very funny conversations.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
don't have to apologize to not giving it to Allie for using inspiration and giving her inspiration for it. I'm sure she's okay. Thank you, Mateus.
Yeah, thank you
Appreciate
very
you.
much. If you stop by next week, you will have advantage. You can give me advantage or disadvantage or the group advantage. So, but we really appreciate you all for coming out tonight, and we'll see you next week.
Bye,
Thanks, guys.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.